shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we are poised the wind of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets peal the glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to heed the humanist call, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this kind a land of righteousness. All hail Biafra.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
I got respect to the Most High. Yeah. Biafra, the rising sun. Now you hear me now? Boom.
Everywhere in the world, Biafrans are fighting for freedom. Freedom, yeah. Biafrans, we know what we want. Biafrans, we know what we need. All we want is Biafra. All we need is Biafra. Our leader have tell us the truth. Now we know who we are. Osaflani is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. They are killing our people.
No more one Nigeria. The amalgamation is over. All we need is Biafra.
I'm not saying this because I'm a Biafra, but I'm thinking of the life we lose every time that cause killing innocent people, yeah, raping our women, yeah. Who doesn't know about the 10%? Who doesn't know about the oil well? House of Land is killing Biafra. Yoruba is looking for 10%. The world are keeping silent. All we want is Biafra. We want to go home. Biafra.
Biafra. Land of the
Biafra, Enegwa is saying Biafra, Urobo is saying Biafra, Shekiri is saying Biafra. We want to go home. We want a freedom. We want to go home.
Yo, look again. I got nine.
Tropical mix.
Biafra, the rising sun. Bubble glass.
There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience around the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. As always, this is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo. Diokpa Uche Okafor Mefo is the man who has assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one truth I do not expect everyone to understand, but one day we shall. He is the director of Biafra Nation Alliance, and of course, he is the head of information and communication, Biafra Nation Alliance. The de facto customary government, I beg your pardon. Who is from Abatete? Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George ONYIBE, and I hail from Agbo. Agbo is in Anyoma Province. Anyoma Province is in Delta State, and every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, this having been said, I acknowledge members of the Biafran de facto customary government headed by Alhaji Asare Dokubo and deputized by our sister Rita Anebogo and other noble men and women from all the pro-Biafran groups who has taken their stand to ensure that the overall interest of the Biafran people is protected. Acknowledge all of you, and you are highly appreciated. I use this opportunity to acknowledge members of the Biafran Nation Alliance, from the Board of Trustees to the administrators, and of course the media and every member across the globe. We understand your position, your doggedness, your faithfulness, your commitment, your sincerity in pursuit for the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. You are all highly appreciated, I must tell you this evening. I acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu because of their character. The only thing they know how to do is to antagonize. The very system that we built to protect our people, the very system that we built to watch out or look out for the interest of our people, has eventually become the instrument of our undoing. But they really don't understand what they are doing. But sooner or later, you will understand. And so China Sanguru and the gangster called DOS, your number of blackmailers, recruits, is dwindling. It is reducing drastically. Go and hire more people, because I don't feel their impact any longer. And that having been said, I acknowledge people of conscience, people who identify with us in this struggle, whether you are a Biafran or not Biafran. You are highly appreciated for your contribution in terms of prayer and otherwise. Tonight I give my voice to mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters who has lost their loved ones, who their loved ones has paid the ultimate price. Their death will not be in vain. These are some of the reasons why we are willing to sacrifice more, if that is what it takes. That somewhere along in the nearest future, men and women will know that as free men, we stood to fight and face evil men from within and outside. As free men, that the sacrifice of those who has gone before will not be in vain. And if at the end of the day, God decide how we end everything, and even across this terrestrial shore, we can humble ourselves before him and thank him because we made it through. This having been said, I will go out. For he alone is our hope and stay. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma e, ịhụnanya na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anya dadu, inwe gị mgbanwe, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ebu Alpha na Omega dadi. Anyị niile na-asị na n'ịdịmma o. Ise. And of course, this moment, as always, we will go ahead to our topic, which is simply titled, Living in Denial Can Never Change Our Circumstance. Living in denial can never change our circumstance. In a very short while, I will drag you into what gave formation for this topic. In one of the forums where I found myself, of course, the public forum for de facto customary government, they were having very healthy conversation. And everybody was giving their opinion, view of things going on around the Biafra restoration project. And a lot of people are in full support that there is need why we need to get involved in the whole system, politically and otherwise, for the overall interest of our people. And the idea of going back to politics or getting politicians involved in what we are doing seems to be taking the lead. And of course, as always, our daddy in the Lord made a suggestion, because everybody seems to agree, okay, if we are in Abga, we can make a headway, we can redefine our political terrain, and so on and so forth. And daddy in the Lord said, why we'll do all these things, let us not forget those who pay the ultimate price. It touched me. It touched me. And I understand at that moment that there is no need of living in denial. You made a call and we answered. A call to save our people. A noble call to protect the interests of our people. We answered. We believed you. We were ready. In fact, some sacrificed their life just to make sure we achieve this together for our people. Many of them were poisoned. Many of them were hunted down. Many of them were buried in shallow grave. Many of them, their dead body we cannot see to today. Many of them are lost in different secret cells across Nigeria, because they had faith in you, because they believed in you, and along the line they die. And you want to tell me that their life worth nothing? The life of Biafra. This Biafra will talk about what millions of life of innocent men and women. And so we will be living in denial if we pretend it never happened. And so this evening, I will not be spending much time on air because duty call. But let's see how fast we can be able to review this very topic, which is titled, Living in Denial Can Never Change Our Circumstance. A lot of mistake has been made in time past, which we are suffering from today. This is not because those who made such decision were wicked or clueless, but they did not look out for the overall interest of every Biafran. In time past, our fathers and the father before them made hasty decision without overhauling, completely reviewing the outcome, the consequence of their decision. Today we are suffering from it. And the amazing thing there is that we already know how we got here. But somewhere along the line we choose to live in denial. Living in denial will not make the pain go away. Living in denial will not change our circumstance. But I think this is the era, this is the moment when we need to brace ourselves up with the truth. Face the consequence. Damn the sentimental feeling that will go with it. And correct the mistakes of the past. Just for the sake of the next generation. For a very long time we have chosen to live in denial instead of facing reality. We are pretending that all is well when we know all is not well. Let us take a little time to review some of the areas where we live in denial. The positions of Biafra agitation or agitators today in Nigeria, it's a very good example of living in denial. It is our right to self-determination. And as such, we are not supposed to be hiding for any security agency. We are not supposed to be hiding from any judicial system. We are not supposed to be hiding like terrorists and I don't know. For God's sake, the right to self-determination is recognized by the United Nations Charter. I keep saying it was first of all God-given right before there was anything like United Nations. But today, those of us who are on this quest to restore Biafra, whether you are agitator, whether you are a secessionist, whatever name they choose to call you, if you are sincere enough, you will know we are living in denial. We are living in denial, pretending that we are exercising our right to self-determination. But these are not true. Because the last time I checked, agitators are hiding. In fact, there is a video online now. Some people say we will kill all of you. We will do this one. We will do this one. We are now hiding like terrorists. I remember when we joined this agitation newly. We've been arrested many times. We've been persecuted many times. We've confronted the military. Here on ground in Biafra land, we have confronted the Navy, the Air Force. We've confronted our brothers and our sisters. And with pride, we proclaim this issue of Biafra. With pride, we proclaim this matter of Biafra. Without fear, without favor, we'll tell you the truth. What happened to those days? Why are we pretending and living in denial? As if all is well. It will not change our circumstance. It will not change our position. Today, every IPONC member are hiding. All because of Nnamdi Kanu reckless action. And some of you are going to say, you know, I don't like how we fight ourselves. Let us move ahead. You are living in denial. If it didn't cause you pain, if it didn't take you pain to correct IPONG who are still going around like a scalawa, to stop damaging the image, the only thing left of the people of Biafra, you are living in denial. And this very knowledge you reject will elude you. Today, because of scalawas known as IPONG jumping up and down, threatening everybody, now you are afraid to say you are a Biafran. Oduduwas are not living in denial. Arewas are not living in denial. I swear to God, there is no genuine Biafran today who can come out openly and identify with this cause. Because you will be humiliated. You will be humiliated. You will be disgraced. From our governors to our monarch to our religious leader. In fact, the easiest way to be insulted by any security agent, most especially the DSS, is to give support to Biafra agitation cause. We will be invited by EFCC, and then ICPC will have to review your matter. Then DSS will be there to harass you as the government bulldog until your brain is turned upside down. Psychologically, let me not go there anyway. And so if you are telling me that we are treated fairly, we are treated well in Nigerian state, each time we say we are Biafran, you are living in denial. But I'm not here tonight to blame Nigeria. And I'm not here to blame Nnamdi Kanu. But I will blame us if we fail to face reality. Many times we have given the story. I was arrested one time when we went to DSS Port Harcourt with Barrister Jofo when we were searching for Chidibiri Onwudiwe. We were 3 of us that were arrested that day. And in the course of interrogation and the rest of it, I have said this in many of my broadcasts. They asked me, are you a Biafran? And I answered the DSS in their office. I say, it depends on what you mean by are you a Biafran. And this is because I have to live in denial. I cannot say, yes, I'm a Biafran. Because that is exactly what they are looking for. Neither can I deny Biafra. Because this is who I am. I told the DSS man, I say, depend on what you mean. Because the last time I checked, Nigeria is made up of 3 nations. The Oduduwa, the Arewa, and the Biafrans. And me a Biafran. He says, so are you telling me now that you are a Biafran? I say, I'm a sympathizer. They looked at themselves and they left me. And then they called the second person. Are you a Biafran? He followed the same tune and said, I'm a sympathizer. And then he asked the third boy or brother who is from ONYIBE, are you a Biafran? The brother said, yes, I'm a Biafran. Barrister Jofo is aware. The other two of us were released and the other guy was held. It takes the intervention of his relative in the military to bring him out. What am I saying? That was when we were operating, doing the right thing. They have no choice than to respect our position. But today, you are hiding. Very soon now they will say, hide your phone. Oh. If you are going to Aba, please hide your phone. Oh. When you are coming from Enugu, please hide your phone. Oh. Why are we living in denial? Your being a Biafran, does it make you a terrorist? Why are we living in denial? Because most of us has deliberately violated their conscience and you endanger the next generation. And we are speaking grammar. This is not just the time to analyze. This is the time for genuine Biafrans to stand up and let us put an end to all this influence that makes us live in denial. 90% of Biafra agitators today, they live in denial. Presentation of our political leaders. The position of our political leader is a clear sign of those who are living in denial. Look at the Ududua. Today they are telling you how Omotekon arrested some Fulani who were coming to attack some Yoruba community. And their governors, their politicians, their representatives, their monarchs, the Omotekon themselves, they don't live in denial. They come out openly. This is what we discover. This is how we follow them up. This is how we brought them. Their governors are not going to shy away from it. But do you know, here in Biafra land, if we apprehend any Fulani terrorists now within our region, our governors will go and beg the Fulani and apologize to Nigerian government. Those of you who will try to even arrest them, you may lose your life for it. All in trying to play politics of appeasement. This is living in denial. And so from our politicians to representatives to our monarch, to a certain degree, everybody is living in denial. And then we look at the third one there. The position of our representative, of course, is the same with the politicians. All this is made possible because we have failed to own up to our shortcoming and to live up to our responsibility. All these things are happening. We are living in denial as a people because we have failed to own up to our shortcoming. When we do bad things, we cannot humble ourselves and say, I'm sorry. And then live up to our responsibility. That is why all this thing is happening. As a people, look at what is going on now. A lot of people are fighting very hard to change the narrative. Politicians who are working within Nnamdi Kanu to destroy all that is left of us as a people. They are busy going to lobby for Nnamdi Kanu. I don't have any problem with that. At the same time, there are those who are trying to cover their atrocity and cover their shame. They are still there. No, if you people know how many people that have died because of this thing, you won't even be talking about the genocide of 1967. Why are we living in denial? We must agree that we have made mistake. This is a matter of a nation we are trying to protect their interest. We all came out here to do the needful. And along the line, we mess up. Today we are seeing issues going up everywhere. Everybody is fighting everybody. Everybody is attacking everybody. You are gradually losing your moral ground. Why? Because you will not own up to your crime. And you want me to agree that I'm wrong. That is where the problem is. There were times, most of you in America, most of you in Europe, and I thank those of you in Biafra. Because outside the zombies, few zombies, nobody in Biafra land has come out openly to challenge me. Nobody. Because I have not soiled my hand. And if you can find me guilty for one sin, I will give you a catalog of your sin against me that prompt that my single sin. All of you, most of you in America, hey, Jaja ONYIBE is evil. Hey, he's a thief. He's a fake pastor. Hey, Jaja ONYIBE. Where is the witch of Massachusetts? Where is Josephine Erewa? You people come out. Living in denial. Bright Chimezie deceive you, Josephine Erewa. But then we are the one projecting the image of Nnamdi Kanu. If it's anything. And so you are thinking Nnamdi Kanu is going to kill us. Everything they want to do, we are waiting. You want to kill my children, we will give you, kill it. You want to kill us, it is not in your position to do. Anything you want to do, at the right time, you will understand what all of you have done to yourself. You are shouting, Judge ONYIBE exposed, Judge ONYIBE, una no get shame. Most of you know these things are lie. These things are blackmail. Now the Kanu is broadcasting on Radio Biafra and he's shouting for you that Nigeria has bought Radio Biafra just to blackmail Mazuchimefo. Most of you know it's a lie. Reverend Father Ngwongwo moved ahead and make a broadcast against Uchimefo for matter he know nothing about. You all lived in denial. This is a Reverend Father. All of you lived in denial. Nobody could call Nnamdi Kanu and say, what kind of thing are you doing? In one of my posts, I told him, I said, this boy called you father. This child called you father. Do not have hand in his killing. Do not have hand in his death. This is what Obi Areka told Okwenkwo. Ikemefuna, it may not be your son. We understand the circumstance surrounding his coming to your house, but he calls you father. He calls you father. Do not have hand in his death. But Okenkwo, as always, must show he's a warrior. He lived in denial and he had hand in the killing of Ikemefuna. And that became the first instrument of his undoing. We all called on the Kanu father. He should not have hand in the killing of our people. He should not have hand, but he wants you to believe he's a warrior. And so he lived in denial. Go listening to the audio. One of the audio, he's threatening me. What I will do to you? What I will do to you? I am waiting for that thing you will do to me. Nnamdi Kanu and I punk. That thing you people want to do, I am waiting eagerly. You live in denial. What a shame. All of you, most of you today, you are living in denial. You now know the truth. You are trying to hide. So we say, oh, Chike Doziem is the evil. No, Simeon Ekpa is the evil. No, Nnamdi Kanu made mistake. All of you are evil. If you are not standing on one part, you are evil and you are living in denial. And you people are the reason why Biafra agitators are now hiding their face in shame. Come out and talk. Let me tell you your father history and who you are. And then maybe you'll be ashamed of yourself. Your lawyers walked out on the court. Your learned lead counsel brought foreigner into a sovereign nation, Nigeria, to come and pose. Is a finished date. They are abandoning Nnamdi Kanu. This is living in denial. Shame. We have to learn to tell ourselves the truth. Let us continue. We look at the positions of our representatives. Maybe you will understand. Something happened in the court. They said they did not allow our kings. That is how they put it. They didn't allow our kings to enter the courtroom. But you already know the truth. Why living in denial? Let's analyze that place a little bit. Our king. All those kings, which community do they king? Which community do they king now? You think Fulani don't know? Some elderly people who are supposed to tell their children, we your children the truth. You are joining hooligans to behave like a hooligan. And you want us to fight. Hey, wait, they pursue our king. Which village king you be? Which of the village king you be? It is like when we shout, Nnamdi Kanu father is a king. He's a king of Afari Beku. Who was the original king of Afari Beku that was removed by Oji Zokalo and then enthroned Nnamdi Kanu father? Does he have blue blood in him? Somebody was the king of Afari Beku. All the kings stand by and watch the government of the day bastardize our monarch system. That is how Nnamdi Kanu father become governor. He is a king of Orji's Okalo. And having misplaced the original monarch, the true blue-blooded monarchs, you replace most of them with Ngwongwo. And you want those people who know you are not a king, but they gave you king to enslave your people, to take you serious. You are living in denial. So that is why it was easy for them to chase you out of the courtroom. Because in the first place, you are not a king. In the second place, you choose to live in denial. You can imagine Oni of Ife going to court that is coming to defend what is his name? Is he Ugbo? You people are not only underrating us, you are not only disgracing us, you are disgracing yourself by living in denial. And so when you get to Abuja, Fulani will begin to panic. You that he made king. Let us stop living in denial. Because it will not make or change our circumstance. It will not make this pain go away. All this is made possible because we have failed to own up to our shortcoming and to live up to our responsibility. That is why they are happening. Let's take a little bit and review 2 or 3 other aspects. And then maybe we begin to reorganize ourselves. Nobody should think that this very trending issue, nobody will have his way, but all of us will have our way. Let us look at the shift from regional government to unitary government and its consequence on our people. You see, I said we have to own up our shortcoming and then live up to our responsibility. Let us look at Nigeria. It is disheartening. It is painful, irrespective of the conspiracy theory behind the creation of Nigeria. Nigeria was almost handed over to Biafrans. The recent video of Adeyinka grandson, that's the arrest that took place in 2019. I just tried listening to it today again. And Adeyinka grandson trying to justify his stand and defend himself before those who came to arrest him, ended his conversation by saying that it is the Igbo who have put us in this condition. That when the British left, what they left behind was parliamentary system of government, regional system of government. But that the Igbo made it unitary system of government that has put us in this mess. And then I have to reveal it. They use the Igbo, but that is the Biafrans they are talking of. You have Chukwuma Kaduna and Zogo, Igbo. You have Din Chukwemeko Dimegu Ojukwu, Igbo. You have Agun Yoronsi, Igbo. You have Emmanuel Ifajuna, Igbo. You have other politicians and so many other Biafrans who understand what was going on then. I understand the role Nnamdi Azikiwe played. He wanted to be a father of the African nation. He wanted a holistic Nigeria where all of us can be one. He had no bad intention. There is nobody that has played a unique role to unite Africans that I know from Nigeria up to Nnamdi Azikiwe. And if he will champion the unity of Africa, you can imagine how many sacrifices almost turned against his people just to unite Nigeria. And so along the line, from regional government, they all shifted it to unity or unitary government. That is how it started. We started it. Now, the Yoruba, the Hausa Fulani saw the weakness of this unity of one Nigeria, and they took advantage of it. How can you fight against united one Nigeria when you have not confidently come out and acknowledge that you made a mistake? That moving out from regional government and going to unity government, unitary system of government, has become the beginning of our problem. I don't know if you understand though, but you can be there deceiving yourself. We shall know who is deceiving each other at the end of the day. We are suffering from the consequence of just boundary adjustment program. For instance, in another instance, under the leadership of Olusegun Obasanjo, Nigeria begin to share boundary adjustment program. No Biafran representative, no Biafran leader, no Biafran governor, no Biafran member of House of Rep or any that are actually question them and say, why this boundary adjustment program? Why this boundary adjustment program? Some of us have seen how it's going to favor us, so we keep quiet. Today, it become one of the most deadliest weapon that will be used to ransack Biafra land on that very day when we shall march. I don't expect you to understand. We have ancient boundary. We coexisted hundreds of years. We never have boundary dispute, because from every or within every state in Nigeria, we have unique plant that is used for boundary demarcation, and so nobody will have to quarrel over anything. Where I come from, the tree we use in making boundary, we call it Ebo. These three were on ground, Otela Lelembidi, as far as we can remember. And once we see that tree, we know it don't grow anywhere. It must be a boundary. But when other people came and begin to bucanize us, is it bucanize or bacanize? Begin to butcher us. We pretend as if it doesn't mean. You lived in denial. Am I trying to divide us? I am trying to tell us we have made mistakes in the past that we cannot continue to cover, to live in denial as if it does not have consequence on our day-to-day living, whereas it has become the instrument that is destroying us. After the war, they carved some Delta state into River State. They carved some Abia state into River State. They carved some Imo state into River State. It could be in an effort to create another state. I don't have problem with it. But the area where those who represented us at that time lived in denial is they did not consider the consequence of such actions. If care is not taken, Imo State is going to have serious fight with Bayelsa State. If diplomacy is not initiated maturely, Imo State is going to have a serious fight with River State. Why? Why? Because we choose to live in denial and pretend it doesn't matter. Now, after the war, the Imo State man who led a trip against the Igbo people, one of them in charge of abandoned property, is from ONYIBE. He told Nigeria he can't go back to Imo State. And so his own village was carved into River State. He was empowered to one end alone, so nobody can hunt him down. Nobody can query him. He was the first commissioner of police, Rivers State. I am not against whatever has happened. But did you see how Ohaji Egbema came into Rivers State? We live in denial as if it doesn't matter. It matters, just that you have not seen the consequence of such actions of the past. There is a reason why I'm saying all these things. Today now the Kanu is causing the same confusion, and you are living in denial. He's fighting for our freedom. You decide to cover all the atrocity going on in Biafra land. Biafra land is turning to a theater of war, and you are watching it now because you are not gone to your family. You are watching it now because you think it really doesn't matter. Stop living in denial. Most of us, we have prepared our heart to. We have prepared our heart. But the earlier we save the next generation, the better for all of us. Let us look at the things happening around us, which we already know its consequence. But we lived in denial by pretending that it doesn't matter. Having said all these things, there is need for us to review the position we have found ourselves at this moment. If in the name of agitation, which opposes serious threat and danger against the next generation, let us review and tell ourselves the truth. If we fail to do this, if we fail to own up to our responsibility, if we fail to live up to the challenges and continue to hypocritically live in denial, it will endanger everything that we represent. I don't expect all of you to understand. Let us begin to make amends. Let us begin to live up to our responsibility and own up to our shortcoming when necessary. And so while we are planning to go back into politics, let us not desiccate on the grave of those who died sincerely for this struggle. Let us not pretend as if the life of the honest brother does not matter. Let us not deceive ourselves to think that unknown gunmen are here to protect our interest. We know the negotiation going on, and we are patiently observing all of them. But people of Biafra, let us reconsider our ways in time past. Let us review the consequence of such action. Let us make a U-turn from those activities which eventually is undermining our credibility as a people. Like I said, I will stop here this evening and then leave the line open, and then we can close because duty call. But we must not forget the lines are open, our line remained. The direct line remained 081 221 52971. 081 221 52971 is our direct line. 081 221 529 is our direct line. And of course, our WhatsApp line is 070 815 45642. 070 815 45642 is our WhatsApp line. You are free to call in and make your own contribution. I will be back in a minute. We must stop living in denial.
rising. I'm feeling good, very high. No matter what them do, they cannot bring us down. They be killing us for so long, looking at women they for so long, selling our resources for too long. Oh my Father, we don't know what to do. What's going on? We need the freedom to carry on. Give us the power to overcome. Oh my Father, we don't know what to do. We want to be on our own. Our home is our own. We want to be on our own. Our home is our own.
And of course, I am joined by one of us. Can you hear me, caller, on the line?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening from
Good
here.
evening, Doctor.
Ada Biafra.
good
Go
evening.
ahead, please.
This is Ada Biafra calling you from Biafra land. I say good evening to Biafrans and good evening to everyone, wherever you may be. May Chukwuka bless you. I want to thank God for our director, Doc Uchoka from the four. Bless every one of you. All the Biafra Nation Alliance administrators and members, I want to say may Chukwuka bless all of you and keep all of you. I just want to, I just cried yesterday. Yesterday I cried. The reason I cried is that this fine name, the finest name that we answered, that we use and do evangelism, that is the finest name that these people are destroying. IPOB, the finest name. They just destroyed. You can see the coffee that they carried and come there and write IPOB is a killer. All of them. If they could be able to understand us and change it to okay, indigenous of Nnamdi Kanu, it would have been best. I wouldn't have cried that yesterday. But because to use in order for them, for this criminal, for this experiment, for this devilish man, for this wicked man, to do more things with that fine name. He used IPOB. He answered IPOB. They would have changed that name since, because some time ago they wanted to change that name. I said yesterday that whatever they do will be on their head. Age of 4, but I say age of 4. You went to Bia Foundation and collected money, you and Nnamdi Kanu, and you eat that money, and you want to run away. You want to run away from this case. You will stay there until they nail Nnamdi Kanu and those money that all of you eat. Maybe after they finish with the Nnamdi Kanu experiment, they might even arrest him. Maybe that's why he is running. Who knows why he run out of the country? Who knows? Okay, you run and left your book or whatever, all your this thing. You run and leave your books and everything, your file, in the inside where the person you called your enemy is. What do you want to do? I don't know the kind of English he used. He said they want to summon something. They want to summon something. And immediately he speak that grammar. I said, what is this guy trying to do? So that he will run away from this case? No, he won't. No. You will stay there. You will stay there until that case eat you and eat all of you that are supporting him and the clean of Biafran children. Biafran children. You killed Biafran children and you want to be proud of it. You killed Biafran children. You slaughtered Biafran children. You destroyed Biafran children property. And you call yourself Biafra. And if they catch you, you deny that you are not a Biafra at all. As soon as they can deny it, I'm not guilty. Do you want to divide Nigeria and carry Biafra and go? I'm not guilty. Is it not what he was answering? I'm not guilty. Nothing. No guilty. No, I'm not guilty. He's not fighting for Biafra. He's not guilty. All these bingos that are here, maybe. Now, they can, I don't know if they have names. Name a fake account. Online warriors. The other one at South Africa, Ikenga, he said that he is IPOB online warrior. You see, that's all. Online, Facebook. Killing and you, the Biafran children, and he said you will survive it. You will never. Delicate grandson have seen how what is terrorism. Now all of you now in America, whatever you call yourself, all of you in Europe, all of you in wherever you are, and all those ones that raise knife and try to choke it around the air in their house, they are fighting inside their room, inside their house in Finland. All of you, that same way they grabbed Adeyeke grandson. They will catch all of you. I've told you, none of you will go free because the blood of Biafrans are in your hand. If you did not kill, you spoke with your mouth. Why should you tell people to go and kill Biafran sons? Because they are working in Nigerian government. Because they are working to eat. They are working to eat in Nigerian government. You want to kill all of them because they are wearing Nigerian government clothes. Nigeria gave to them because they are still working for them. We have not totally been free so that they can be employed in our own side so that they will stop working for Nigeria. You want to wipe all of them. And he said you will go scot-free. No way. All of you will suffer pain. All of you that you will join all of them. You will join. One day, your case will be remembered like a case of that man that built a gallows for someone. At the end of the day, at the end of 3 days, the case turned around, and on his head, he was the one that was hanged on that gallows. That is what will happen to IPOK, because they are not IPOB. These people that are writing it are ignorant of it. They are IPOK and not IPOB. Let them continue. May God bless you, Doctor. May God bless all the Nation Alliance, the Biafran watchmen. We go nowhere. We will continue. As for Nadikano is suffering for his sin. He wanted to use our blood to sacrifice for dragon, for snake. Red dragon, blood dragon, snake, that is forward, not knowing that inside of him is a dragon. That man is evil, is devil, devil that wearing the sheep clothes. For God have opened his mouth. More are coming. More are coming. You will see it. Let nobody go and hang himself
Thank you
or
very
herself.
much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
We
God
must
bless you.
continue. Yes. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Mazi Obidike, you are welcome to the program. Because you're doing
every good job, you know. You're doing a good job, and we're trying to tell our people the reality, you know, and the truth must be told, and anybody has his own idea in the way to restore the Afra. I must thank you for your job you're doing. I must thank the Biafra National Alliance. I must thank the federal government and the components that make the federal government, because they understood that this is a way to look for the nation. Italy must start with, like what you're talking about, Vic, the story you are saying about Vic, you know. We all understood the endeavor of Vic in Nigeria, but at the end of it, there's some people who always told me to become like something that will become a bad thing to us. Because one thing I see, the system that the Nigerian government are putting to all of us is that we must have to always blame ourselves, fight ourselves, and try to form rebels within ourselves. And to my greatest surprise, we as intelligent people, we've been getting ourselves used in this kind of process. Okay. As Igbo man, if Vic had been like Hausa man, Vic would be painted in every place in Nigeria, you know. And if Vic is from, like, let's say like Ghana, a story, people can tell the story in another form. But the same system have to arrange the story for we to hate this hero, for this hero name not to be held as the hero names. So just like always, as we always blame white men, that a black man will invent something and the white man will try to steal it. You know, it's always the same process. And like what I understood from you, this Nigerian government, I think this Nigerian government is being governed even by the Britons. It's the white people that bring us church for we to be busy, while they are busy too. We are busy. They are the same people doing all these things, and they are using a smallest strategy for us. You know, for me, I can call it just a story strategies for it to get confused among us always, and we cannot be able to arrange ourselves to come and fight them. So, and I'm not meaning the physical fight, because with the physical fight you cannot resolve anything. At least at this time we are. When I was in Africa, we used to hear a word that Ghana located about Uche. This is the word we started saying from 20 years ago, you know. And at this time, I come to see that our people, they want to fight physical, while we know that we're not in the age to fight with hand anymore. So it's very, very disappointed that this kind of thing is being done in our own land, you know, killing people, forcing people. Like I saw one video today, some people, you know, I even threatening Obi Kubana now, some group of, I don't know what I can call them, threatening Obi Kubana that when they're going to get him killed, they're going to, I'm asking Obi Kubana, this person that people is proud of, no matter anything, even though anything he does, how you do it, I don't care, but I am proud we have such people in our land, and this is a person who have come in Oba and trying to give 300 and something boys job. How many people have IPOP tried to open the IPOP try to sponsor even for a scholarship? Can any IPOP man call me and give me the number of the people we have been sponsoring for scholarship? Or can they tell us the people who have they go and build even a house with, even to those people that even died in the process? So why should we be allowing these people to succeed their mission towards us? Because of the Cubana, because we went and we went and took photo with and that how they call the policeman. Because of that, he has become a mapper somebody. And now they are threatening all the whole governors to leave the place before if they don't release Mandikano. So for me, I think we have to ask ourselves, if you are an IPOP, you're following IPOP from far, you have to think, if this thing, these people are doing, is it giving us a credit or is it sending us back? Because one people can cause something that can cause even a damage for even though you're supporting it. So we have been supporting IPOP for a long time. Like me, I've been supporting IPOP for a long time. I followed to invite Nanikano here in Sicily. And we know how everything went, 2014. So this is not a time we have to continue making this mistake we have been making often. So I would like to round up, as you people knows, we have been able, by the grace of God, as Biafran National Alliance, with the collaboration of the federal government, we have been establishing a government that every Biafran will come and be inside, so that we can be able to tackle the common enemy. Or if not, we will be looking at ourselves as the enemy, while the enemies that are beside us, even sometimes they eat with us and they deal with us. So another thing I want to tell our people this night, the problems of our people should be solved just by unity, just by reconciliation, just by bringing ourselves down, just not to play God, but play like human beings. Because this is no time of playing God, it's not the time of Moses, it's not the time of, how they call it, General Mabama de Babangida, it's not the time of, how they call it, India Amin of Uganda. This is an age that want to promote a social life. This is an age that want to promote human rights. So we have to work according to the age, but we should not fail at this grassroots of politics, which we all are going to be in one place to decide the future of our land together, because we own this land together. Mother George ONYIBE, thank you. God bless you for the job you're doing. And our people, if they want to avoid this, like the previous quote they make about our brother, one person come and say that is a pity. If one lawyer said it was a pity that things went in that way the other day. And the next one, our brothers' lawyers, they can tell us that they don't understand that the thing is going to be more worse than as it was before. So now they come to tell us that this court is only Shishi, Oshirishi, Karankaku, Share John Jokari Udene for that day court. This is what they want. And they want you to go back and come to destroy your place, to put fire in your houses, to call your brother a saboteur, to kill yourself, and they go and even you make the job easy for them to do. So Biafrans, my own point this night is I am not trying to, I don't know how many groups are seeking for this Biafra, but in the part of government, we have almost 12 groups in this part of government. And we expect more of our brother to understand what we are saying. Because what we are saying is only unity. Unity is the key to unlock this problem we are facing right now. So if we think that we can continue in this way and we'll get another result, it is not possible. It is not possible. Here in Europe, people change laws with signatures. People demand something with signatures. So I don't know why we have to demand with a gun, why we know that these people, they have bigger guns than us. I saw one video this evening, I go crazy. These people, they're still threatening people's lives again. So, George, God bless you, and God bless Biafra and the federal government. God bless our leader, Mazim Mafo. God bless BD, and God bless all of us. And anybody who will be a serpent among us, the God of Igbo land will be a problem to that person, because the gods are wise. That the gods are wiser than all of us. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mazi Obidike, for joining me this evening. And of course, on a closing remark, the people of Biafra must understand, living in denial, for instance, the issue of some, what do I call them? Come on social media, they threaten Obi Kubane and the rest of it. We will suffer the consequence. There are certain individuals praising unknown gunmen. Oh, they set somebody to heaven. Hey, you know what they are doing is wrong. You know these are not the things we bargained for. But you have to live in denial. We have taken certain decisions. We have made so much mistakes in the past with genuine intention. But do not forget that the road that paved to hellfire is paved with genuine intention. This is the time where all of us must completely review our stance, our position, our action regarding our people. Or else we are all living in denial. We know the truth already. It's just for us to own up to the truth. If you go to that video now where they are threatening their own brother, none of them is threatening Fulani, none of them is threatening Hausa, Yoruba. They are all threatening their own brother. People of Biafra, let us stop living in denial. Let us hold the bull by the horn. Let us confront this situation once and for all. And if you have idea, this is not the time to just talk. This is the time to get involved. Let the journey begin. Let the renovation commence. We have a nation to deliver. And we had no intention of encroaching on the right of other people. And we can never live in denial. This is where we'll be rounding up for this evening program. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from there. I want to sincerely appreciate our sister Ada Biafra and Mazi Obidike for joining me this evening. We go nowhere. We must continue. We will make sure that those who died for Biafra, their death is not in vain. Ndewono. Ndewono.
Flow like a Red Sea. Spirit of innocent Biafrans. With the massacre, where they rise like a big star. Rise up, spiritually and physical. Rise up, on anybody, with they again. This my freedom, oh. Rise up, on anybody, with they again.
Let's say I almost escaped my daddy in the Lord, of course, Mazi Obede. Let's see if I can still get hold of him. Can you hear me, sir? Good evening from here. Just a minute, please. Just a minute. Just a minute. Can you hear me? Good evening, sir, from here.
Yes, I can.
You're welcome.
I can. This is your brother. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, real quick. I know you are closing, but I do. I was listening, and OBDK just said something that I've been thinking since morning. Why would this thing be? By the way, let me say good afternoon from here to all dear friends. I want to say good afternoon each and every one of you, wherever you are, you know where you are. But as you can see, I'm not really composed because I was waiting for the program to continue and other people make the contribution. But it's important to reiterate what OBDK have just said now, okay? This threat, I don't know where it's going to take us to. I don't know what it is. Few people here and there, they put themselves up together. They come up with a few rifles and they are making threats. You're looking at the people that are making threats, they are not even more than 20. And you're looking at how they are, you know, they already set up themselves up for death because there's no body armor. Nothing. Just perhaps a few stolen guns here and there. And most of them come out to tag on releasing of land they can and then dish out their threats. I don't think these threats should be taken lightly because this is the same threat from ESN. They are going to take over the control of the land and our bushes and deliver their people. The same nonsense metamorphosed to unknown gunmen. And they were praying for unknown gunmen. The unknown gunmen have just evangelized in Enugu police station and sent 3 policemen to the gates of heaven. And I mean, people are enjoying it. People are circulating it. And here we are again, seeing another groups of idiots that left the situation they should be addressing. And they're threatening a son of a soil. A few son of a soil, I would say. They don't know how to take their threats to Sadwana or Sokoto. They don't know how to go to Abuja, wherever their almighty Messiah is kept, and release him. Because that's what they should have done expediently and disgrace the enemies. If they had intercepted the convoy that brought the criminal of our time to court the other day, we'll be clapping for them. We'll give them more money too. I will, personally. But they weren't able to do nothing. They are doing protest because nobody exactly knows exactly what happened. But they can come out and tell us that they are now fighting for the judge to be removed because they don't trust her no longer. They were protesting unreasonably and they were locked out of court. And then we see videos that are already done to publish, to tell Biafrans that the Messiah is already on the throne. Eloha is going to come out very soon and deliver them. And today we are witnessing threats from people who are saying all manner of things I mean, this is just idiocy. Is it jealousy or what? If somebody had invited the cop that you deem a terrorist cop, why don't you go after that cop and eliminate him? What is the significance of attaching the cops to a young man who is doing his own thing? Obi Kubana, the last time I checked, is not in any government office. He's not representing you. He's not your senator. He's not your whatever in Abuja. He's just a businessman. So I don't understand the relationship. Why you are single-handedly singling him out? Because the moment I saw this morning, I have a different perspective of the whole thing. Because the other day they went and arrested him. And today we are seeing gang of idiots who came together claiming that their leaders should be released, otherwise the big Kubana will be killed or something like that. However they put that in. But I'm just here to let our people know that these threats cannot be taken lightly. Because what they are trying to do now is use those, the same nonsense they did. By the way, I saw the Fulani the other day, the sponsored protest, carrying the cups of Chika, Dr. Chika Akonele. Putting it in the face of our IPOB as the people who killed him. It's similar to this type of nonsense. Unknown gunmen, men there. And they will come and kill our people and put it on you because of your behavior. Up to tomorrow, you are still threatening. You are still threatening our people. The other day, yesterday, they were threatening the clergy. Somebody was recommending that there should be no religious gathering, no political gathering, no chieftaincy gathering, all these things. And tomorrow, they fall and they pick up. They will share on I think it's important that we don't take these threats. And anybody that knows these people doing these things should adequately identify them. Like I have to say here, the Fulanis will creep in and do the damage. And then, because this is what I've been saying about this Onyala Unopol Messiah. Ndị Igbo si na ife nwoke ya eme dị ya n'obi. Nnamdi Kanu wee butela anyị na ife nwoke ya na-emenwu na-adị ya n'ọnụ. Ọ bụrụ the order of the day. People are na-anya isi na-agarube. Ma nke fa ya emenwu ma nke fa ya na-emenwu na. Now, those boys see gather on finance and have been one. Then they are now threatening for their leader to be released. Tomorrow, the Fulani gang go on as usual and sending their killer squad. Ibi mepa omunna yaro. And I don't know what they're gaining from these things. I don't understand this. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Anyone that is and weapon I can when no say. Oh my God, come on. All these threats, both the ones in diaspora and the ones at home, do not say you're not told. Because this thing in Anya, very soon, you will begin to do it too. Because I don't understand this again. You can't fight the enemy now. You are bringing a war home. You are stopping people from conducting their businesses. You're forcing people to lock themselves down. You are threatening everybody as far as everybody in the land. And the enemies are running around, even planning evil, and coming back to implement your threats on our people. That is so sad. I just want to put my voice to this because it wasn't pleasant for me. I know this is the way they are operating for people who have continued to support this idiocy. Because now what they are doing now, everybody in the land is basically saying that Nnamdi Kanu is their leader. He's a leader. Okay? So this is the type of thing we are asking for. This is the freedom we're asking for. I'll work on and on. But whosoever you call yourself, whatever you are doing, you need to rethink. This is not, it's not just a business as usual. This is like in the name of freedom. My brother, thank you so much for what you're doing. I would have said something about what you highlighted about the Adeyinke's grandson, but I think you're closing. I will let it be for another day. Maybe you can raise this issue next time so we can have discussion on that. But our people, yeah, no problem. Thank you very much, my brother. God in heaven bless you.
Thank you very much.
And I urge all Biafrans to rise up and do what you need to do. Stop all this bickering. I call sin. India's not political. India's not freedom. India, it won't help. We will keep running around the circles for so many years until we tell ourselves the truth. Thank you very much, my brother. All hail Biafra, God bless the people of Biafra and all of us of freedom.
Thank you very much. And of course, without wasting much of our time, that was the voice of Mazi Obienu. Living in denial are just characterized by what you see happening around us. We made it clear to you. If at any given time you support evil, without revealing the overall consequence, you are living in denial. A lot of things are going to go wrong. But we encourage genuine Biafrans. We assure you, do not be moved. Do not be moved. Our cause is just. And we cannot live in denial. I'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue. Good night, and God bless all of you genuine Biafrans.
The spirit of innocent Biafrans, would it flow like a river? I said the blood of innocent Biafrans, would it massacre, would it flow like a Red Sea? Spirit of innocent Biafrans, would it massacre, would it rise like a big star? Rise up, spiritually and physical. Rise up upon anybody, with they again, this my freedom. Rise Rise up, on anybody, we day again, this Biafra, our Father who art in heaven, oh. We say hallowed be thy name, oh. We dey wait for your kingdom to come, oh. Right here on earth that is in heaven, oh. We say you promise your children. Promise you promise your people, oh. We say you promise the Biafra. Yes, it's amalgamation, we see the suffer. They start to killing us since 1945. Till the today, they are not satisfied. Yeah, we're like a stranger in the land of scavengers. Then they kill us, then they eat us. So they make war governors and our senators. Don't turn against us, they want to stop us, but they cannot stop us. Yeah, Biafra is unstoppable, unstoppable, it's unstoppable, because the fire is unquenchable, unquenchable, unquenchable. Freedom, oh. If you're blocking on the Biafra, freedom, oh. Cause if you're blocking on the Biafra, freedom, oh. Make it freedom to go. Too much, because they cried on the too much, yo. Because they suffered on the too much, yo. In nation, because they killing on the too much, yo. Because they suffered on the too much, yo. Because they cried on the too much, yo. In nation, yeah.